You've made a statement. You have a question?
I do, Bill. I didn't expect you to put me on the spot like this.
I put your wife on the spot.
So speaking of flight, now that you've been to space, what would you have to say to flat earthers?
What's the question? The implication of your question is interesting. So there are people, I guess, still around saying the Earth is flat, which means they're denying science. And here we have something like the Webb telescope. So the Webb telescope, as I'm sure most of you know, has been shot into space in a place in space, which apparently there are quite a few of them. It's like an eddy where the force of gravitation is less. For some reason, the gravitational force of the Earth and the Sun is less in certain areas, like an oasis or something. And as an example, when the Webb telescope opened its mirrors to get the sun rays to get energy, a meteorite hit one of this plates. Now, the Hubble has been out there for 30, 40 years, and to my knowledge, no meteorite has ever struck it. But the instant the Webb was in this place, it was struck by a meteorite. Maybe because there's less gravitational force where it's parked. The Webb telescope is infrared, and I'm sure most of you have seen the pictures that have come out. So here is science at its best. $4 billion devoted just to knowledge. It serves no other purpose than to increase to satisfy our human beings' curiosity about what happened here. How did the universe begin? What? Out of pure knowledge, the Webb telescope exists. For science. Science is data. So the Earth flatters, who are saying, well, no, the Earth is flat, are denying what science is trying to prove. And to me, it's denial of the essence of being a human being, which is our curiosity. We came out of the trees and started walking and invented tools of curiosity. The basic human impulse is, what is that? Why did that happen? Where does that go? And thusly the Webb telescope. How do you deny facts, data, not some supposition? I had the occasion to interview Stephen Hawking, maybe the last one, because he died shortly thereafter. So I may have been the last one to interview one of the great scientists of our lifetime. What I began to realize, I didn't completely understand for many years, is that great scientists see something they think is possible and assemble data to prove their theory. He theorized black holes. I think Einstein, in E equals mc squared, somehow that simple thing theorized black holes. He discovers black holes and assembles facts to support that there are black holes. Here is a scientist with a theory and assembling other facts to prove his theory, and then we see that his theory is correct. And the Webb telescope is looking at those spots. So that's what I say to Earth firsters, Earth flatters, and whatever you call them, and people who deny science. It's the very basis of human curiosity is what science is. How can you deny our essential nature?
You're amazing, Bill. I think that's going to be a hashtag Earth Flatters.
Hello. Take off your mask just for a moment. Oh my God, look how beautiful you are.
You have given me and now my husband a wonderful...
Where's your husband?
Right here.
What do you say to him in the middle of the night?
Well, we just got married 2 days ago, so we have...
Really? What's your husband's name? And join her at the microphone.
This is Christopher. We actually were at your panel last year, and you have given us amazing stories. You were making fun of us last year for...
Oh, I make fun of you this year, too. It's called continuity, right?
And we love telling that story about you teasing us. Do you have any more fun con stories? Do you have anything funny happen to you at a panel that you tell people stories about when you get home?
About panels?
About cons, about anything.
Yeah, about con, not con, but con.
Con.
Okay.
Convention.
Oh, right, convention. I probably, but first, how's married life?
I think I'll keep it.
You think you'll keep it? God, that's very chauvinistic, isn't it? What's your name?
My name's Anna.
And what's your name?
I'm Chris.
Anna and Chris, of course. That's great. Anna and Chris. Or is it Chris and Anna? Do you play the same kind of games as our captain and the Stewie? No?
Well, Dragoncon After Dark. Hey, let me finish my sentence, people. Dragoncon After Dark, I change out of this and into a different cosplay that I think is a little more sexy.
That's great. Do you dress up for each other and like you put the ears on? No?
That's just a Dragoncon thing.
That's not a Dragoncon thing. Talking about the pilot and the stewardess. There he is. You can sit down now. You've had your moment. Okay. The game, when my kids were younger, the game they wanted to play was the terror at 29, was it? 29,000 feet? Was the what's the show? Twilight Zone. The Twilight Zone show that's very popular. Of me on an airplane and a guy, the Czechoslovakian acrobat in a fuzzy suit on the wing. When we go flying, they'd always, let's play the game. So I would be turned away, looking out the window, and my kids would go running for a flight attendant and bring her over. Here he is, here he is! And I'd say, ma'am, and my kids would start laughing, and the flight attendant had no idea what I was doing. So, these meetings that we have, this is why I'm here, to enjoy the fans and speak with the fans and talk to them about serious and funny things that happen. That's my joy in coming to these Comic-Cons.
You're our favorite panel every year, Bill.
Thank you so much, Dave.
Hi,
Wait. Okay, don't be nervous. What's your name?
I'm Alyssa.
Hi, Melissa.
Thanks. My dad is actually a big...
Right into the microphone.
Oh, right. My dad is actually a big fan of you. I've actually, seen a couple of Star Trek episodes. My dad's, a huge fan of you ever since, in the 1960s, because he was born in 1966. I just want to say that my dad's, a really huge fan of you. He's, right over there with the hat on, so yeah. Also, for my question, is, so have you had any funny moments during the Star Trek casting? If so, what are your favorite funny moments / bloopers in Star Trek casting, in the casting of Star Trek. Sorry if I'm repeating the question twice.
No, you did really well.
Thank you.
And you're photographing, you're talking and photographing at the same time.
I know.
That's incredible.
I know.
Now turn it around and photograph yourself as well. There you go. Hi, hello.
I'm going to show this to my mom anyways.
Where is your mom?
Oh, she's actually with my sister, like in some different part of Dragoncon. So yeah.
So you want to know if something funny ever happened?
Yeah, like bloopers in the castings, like in the casting of Star Trek.
Did something ever funny happen? We start laughing at some of the dialogue. I don't know whether that counts. Funny ever happened? Well, you know those doors that open up?
Yeah.
And they go whoosh. Okay?
Yeah.
And then we walk through it, and then we walk into the elevator, and they go whoosh. And they go.
Yep.
You know how they open?
Oh. Oh no. I mean, I've literally seen like some Star Trek episodes when I was younger, so I definitely.
When you were younger, you
Yeah. Yeah, like.
I don't know how much younger you could be.
I'm actually 15, so.
You're what?
I'm actually 15.
You're 15?
Yeah, 15. Just turned 15 last Monday, August 29th, so.
Congratulations.
Thank
15 is a very important age, you know. You're halfway along your adolescence.
you. Yeah.
You're going to get worse and worse. So those doors would open. And now, the way those doors open was there was a guy, we call them stagehands, who working around, you know, doing everything that's necessary to put something on film. So there would be a stagehand who had a handle and would add a little peek, and he'd see, well, whoever was going to go in the elevator, and he'd open the door. Okay? And then he'd go in, and when I was approaching with my back to the camera, I'd go, whoosh. And then when I got in the elevator, I'd go, whoosh, and the door would close. So it was very important as you'd walk up, you know, the door opens and the door closes, right?
Yes.
So that guy's got to be really alert.
Thanks for sharing.
I have none of that. I know, you got to listen to every word on it. That's part of being 15, isn't it? Right? Okay, so the time and time again, that guy sitting there waiting for me to come in would get tired waiting. And he would have a little nip of something. I don't think it was orange juice. I think it was like single malt. Do you know what I mean when I say single malt?
No. I don't know what that is, sorry.
Single malt is a form of alcohol. So this guy would be nipping on alcohol while waiting for me to go up the stairs. Hey, wait a minute, I haven't done yet. This may be the funniest thing that's ever happened at a Comic-Con. And so I would walk up, waiting for him, not waiting for him to open the door. I'd walk up and he'd be asleep. And I'd walk, boom, into the door. We had a lot of those. Is that funny?
Yeah, that is. Thanks for sharing.
Thank you. What a sweetheart. God, I have 3 daughters who are no longer teenagers, but they have children who are teenagers. And to watch a teenager go, the arc of a teenager is incredible. So there's one who she started her teenage years, she was just, God almighty, what's going to happen there? And then she left her teenage years, and she's like a different person. She's a human being. Are you still here?
I have a separate question.
What do you got?
So I'm
Right into the mic.
I'm a middle school teacher, and my
What is the middle school?
it's about 11 through 14.
It starts to get bad around 12, right?
A little bit.
What do you mean a little bit?
They're just learning how to behave.
That's what I mean! And it takes 10 years to learn how to behave. Is it tough?
I get the fun classes, so it's not as.
What does that mean?
I'm a STEM teacher, so
A gym?
STEM, so science, technology, engineering, and mathematics.
Yeah.
And so
You have to
seeing
figure that out in science, right?
seeing how their view of the universe changed with seeing the Webb telescope pictures
Yeah.
and hearing all of the new developments that they're coming up with in science based on that. I was wondering how your view of outer space has changed since you were acting to now.
Well, what's your name again?
Chris.
Chris. You're married to Anna.
Yes.
Yeah. And you, second year?
Second day.
Second day. Jeez. And you're here?
We both got vacation.
That's great. How's my view changed as a result of being like in Star Trek? I was always interested in science and space, and I remember vividly when I was born in Montreal. I'm a city kid in Canada, so the same thing about city kids is you don't see nature. So I was, my mother and father sent me to camp, a summer camp for a couple of weeks every year. And I don't remember, until I was about 13, I'm sitting on a log at night, and I'm suddenly aware of the stars, because there's no itinerant light. It's all black. And I remember looking and falling over backwards on the log, being dazzled by the mystery of all that. The answers to that mystery, which has obviously been on the human mind ever since, I don't know whether animals, like elephants and the more knowledgeable apes, look up and think of the mystery of the sky. Nobody knows whether they do or not. But seemingly, it's the human beings. Come here. This man has got, you gotta get up. Oh! And he's doing all that to give me this. 5 minutes. All you had to do was 5. I would have recognized that. The bewilderment of what's up there is going from the written opinions of the people who lived 10,000 years ago when writing and the idea of writing came into being. We know that they thought they were pinpricks in a velvet and a blanket over the sky, and the stars were examples of light that was shining behind that velvet cloth. So somebody has written. Until we got to telescopes, and even then, the people watching Galileo and all, watching through telescopes and seeing that we were not heliocentric, that the sun didn't go around us, we go around the sun, was a huge experience in human beings. We thought we were the most important. We now realize we're in an insignificant a place with an insignificant planet, insignificant star, and our insignificance. The thing that I've come to is this. We are in an insignificant constellation. We are in an insignificant planet. When I looked back at the planet, I could trace the beginning of the curvature. And I knew that if I just continued around, I could make the circle of our Earth. That's how small it is. And we are these insignificant beings on this insignificant planet. But what I learned is this. We're aware of how insignificant we are. We're aware of our place in nature. And that makes us different. Thank you so much, everybody.